A very good morning, everyone, and welcome to the week ahead video. So we're going to be going over the various pairs that we look at, trying to identify where we are in that market cycle and looking for trades based on that market cycle contextually. So before we start, trading really is risky, certainly with CFDs and spread bets. The trade signals you receive from Synergy, they're not a regulated activity in the sense that you're going to be able to complain as a retail client if you're unhappy with a service to the ombudsman or the compensation services scheme. They're not personal recommendations to you ultimately, so you're fully responsible for managing your own trades. Synergy must be authorized and regulated to deliver this service, and it duly is. Let's start, folks. So let's try and have a week this week where trades move in our favor sustainedly and not just give us 5, 15 and then reverse on us. Been really quite a tricky couple of weeks, but I'm no stranger to gyrations in the market. Go back historically, look at the statistics all the way back to 2021. You'll see that it is tough around the summer months, but we must continue. And first up, we have this Euro USD shown to us. So Euro USD at the minute, let's just check what we have. So we are this is known as V1. I've got my spreadsheet up here that hopefully you can see. So is there a staircase pattern? Yes, I can identify a staircase pattern. Where can I see the pattern? I can see the pattern on the daily time frame. Location V1. Trend direction up. Market structure. That consolidation looks like chop to me. So we're just identifying stuff to make it easier. Previous 2 months, what's it done in the past 2 months? Let's check it out. Stick that on May, stick that on June, stick that on April, March. Right, let's have a look. So you can see there's no, it did give us there's no clear structure there. So we'll leave that blank. There's nothing to do there. Previous 2 weeks. What's it done in the past 2 weeks? Now this is the interest. The previous 2 weeks, yes, it gave us 2 weeks of drop, which is interesting. I should have seen that. Should have seen that, for God's sake. So it did give us 2 weeks previous and days. It's given us 2 days. So this really is a prime candidate short, guys. I know I sent it long, but it's now a short. So massive trade, that we're looking at next week. Look at this. So you've got the ABCD. Fair enough. We took the ABCD, but the ABCD hasn't completed yet. Now, if you've got 1 day, 2 day, and this is where the third day would come into, that's fair enough. It's 40 pips. I've got a funny feeling it's going to make the bigger ABCD A, B equals CD. So I am going to, even if it turns into a loser, folks, you've got to trade what you see. You can't be scared by, you can't be put off because trades are only running 5, 10, 15, 20 at the minute. You've got to still trade those things because you don't know when the sustained moves are going to come along. I think we're going to see something like this. I'm just going to check the calendar because the calendar tomorrow, the 24th, I can't see anything on the calendar apart from Canadian data. So that looks like a good candidate to me. Yeah, so we've marked it down. It's a good candidate. Right, AED CAD. What can we see? So AED CAD, we can see quite a few things. Patterns in the daily again. So let's get it up. That's the pattern in the daily. You can see this consolidation zone, and we've broken structure here. We've broken structure. Now, this is technically a long, but this wick here, I don't like it. So we need to wait. We've made a change, we made a break, and this is a trap. That's a trap move there. That would have trapped me probably had I taken it. So what we can see, we have completed 1 month, 2 month, 3 months of rise. Go to the sheet. Let's identify what we got here. Staircase pattern, yes. Daily time frame, yes. Location, this is now level 2 rise. Trade is up. It is a trap false real. It's now completed 3 months of rise, even though this is the 3rd month. So I'll answer the question as it asks. 2 months of rise. And the week move, let's have a look. So this is what I do every day, people. I just sharing the spreadsheet with you for the first time. There's no sequence on the weeks. So me back my, that's it. So that's a blank. And days move, 2 days of drop, counter trend. 2 days of drop, counter trend. I don't like trading counter trend. I probably won't trade this counter trend because the pattern is extremely strong. But you can see 1 day, 2 day. The market probably is going for something like this. Probably go for something like that. Now, it's already on its way, to be fair. I'm not trading that. I'm just not. There's going to be better opportunities than that. Right, AEDCHF. It's a wonderful looking thing. And it's really speaking, but this gap here, don't like it. So I'm going to label it with my, where's my label? Might be here. So no retest, no trade. I've got to keep things like that there. Otherwise you end up taking it and asking yourself what went wrong. So this is where the pattern is on this particular trade. So you can see this is 1, 2, 1, 2, and this is where we're targeting up here. You could take that. You could take that. But when do you get in? I'm not seeing anything in here. There's no development. This might be a high, high, low, high, 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 low. So yeah, I will watch. I want to be told when we're breaking higher. And AEDCHF on a larger time frame for me is a beautiful thing. So let's go to the spreadsheet. AEDCHF staircase pattern for sure. When am I seeing this? I'm seeing the pattern on the daily. Where are we? Well, I believe we are leaving peak formation low and into level 1 rise. Now, the trend direction is up from here, I believe. And I believe we're starting a trend. Now, what do we have in relation to drops and months? Let's just put these here. So the drops in the month looking pretty good. So we've got 1 month, 2 months, and then we had a rise drop. Tell a lie, folks. This has been trending for a while. You had 1 month, 2 month, and this was the rise, drop, rise. So we closed up here. We kind of had 3 months already consolidate. So there is no monthly jobber. Now let's just look at the weekly. We've had 3 weeks of drop complete. Now 3 weeks of drop has completed. So this is one that we really want to look at. Now, what did we have here? We had a day of rise, second day of rise. We've got a rise, no net so far. I'm going to still put that as 2 days of rise. It's something to look at. So yeah, really nice setup. So what we have here is 1, 2, 3, 3 weeks of drop. I'm only really interested in this when we start making structure here. Moving on. So ADNZD, that's a trade that we are also looking at. I don't like the way we're still within this wick. Okay, I don't like that. I can see the pattern quite clear. The fact that we're in the wick means that anything can happen. It's ultimately not broken any structure, to be fair to you. So that's why I'm deleting it on reflection. So let's have a look at the daily. We're in the first zone lower, huge zone. Don't like it. Now we have made the change of character and the break of structure. That's the key. We've done both. And now I'm going to be looking for a clear lower low, lower high. Doesn't feel like a rush, this guy. AUDNZD. Yes, I can see a staircase. Yes, the pattern's on the daily. This is level, this is A1 because we're still in the consolidation zone. Trend is down. Now the consolidation is a chop. Now let's see what we have. Is there in terms of the monthly moves? So let's go from April, May, March, February. So 1 month, 2 months. We had 2 months of rise, guys. This is going to move so quickly. It's going to be frightening if it wants to move up. So we had 1 month, 2 months, then rise, drop, and it's starting that rise. So I wouldn't rule this out being a difficult one. There's no sequence on the months, but on the weeks also there's no sequence. So for me, I'm just seeing a consolidation, and potentially higher prices, albeit counter trend. So there's nothing else to add into this one. No, no, no. So yeah, there we are. Moving on. ADJPY. I don't tend to look at that. I just do the ones I look at. ADUSD, obviously, top level. So AUD/USD, here we go. Clearest of staircases. The clearest. So we're in level 2 drop. Let's just fill in a spreadsheet for it. AUD/USD, yeah. A2, yeah, down, trap force real. 3 months of drop. So let me just double check that. I'm not sure when I entered that. So February, March. So tell a lie, that's wrong and it's old. So this is all no net. There's no sequence at all there, so I'm changing that. So just blank. Now 2 weeks, what's it done in the previous weeks? Nothing either. And the days, 2 days of drop. Okay. Moving on. CAD CHF. Now this is one that I'm waiting for. We're trading with quite a wide range of consolidation at the minute with the zone split. May have this wrong, but I certainly haven't got the harmonic wrong because that's moved away. And I can see my pattern that I like to look for, and I'm expecting the same thing to play out on the way out, on the way up, massively. Notice we came off the D point. So what am I seeing here? As far as I know, the peak formation was down here. We were making level 1, but we are still within this movement here. So I would still say it's quite a peak situation. 1, 2, 3 makes consolidation. That's right. And then I can see a 1, 2, strange W down there. We've gone and broken and retesting. I haven't retested this break yet, but the main one's here. So we're watching and waiting. There's not much developing here. Just trying to see if there is. I mean, 1 week, 2 week, gave us 3 weeks of drop beautifully. And we're now moving up as expected. So I will be keeping an alert for this. Alert trigger. We are at the lows of a consolidation zone. You know, we haven't broken this area. It looks like we have, but we haven't. It's just test. We're just testing this area. So yeah, interesting. I don't love it. Let's look at what we can fill in. Staircase pattern, yes, I could identify that. Where are we looking at it? We're looking at it in the, it is a daily. Now we're still in peak low, to be fair, and we expect the trend to be up from here. So there's nothing to put market structure wise in terms of previous 2 months move. Let's just have a quick look. Right. So that's no net. That's a drop. So far we've got 1 month, 2 months of drop. We're in the second month. So I don't want to start fighting this one so much. It looks like it's setting itself in stone a little bit, but it has completed 3 weeks of drop. So that's interesting. And it's also done 2 days of rise. So this is a strong one, really, for a pullback. This is a strong one for a pullback. Did miss it. Did miss it. All good. But that's 2 days of rise served up in front of you there. Now, if I have a look at this in a bit more detail, is there anything that I can glean from it? He might have been able to, yeah, he could have gotten in, but it's not the prettiest. So I'm not going to get caught up in that. Righty ho. Moving on, CAD JPY. So CAD JPY is just booming along. Level 3 rise. We spoke about it. It's just moving much higher. So it's not one for me to trade because I just don't like Japanese pairs too much. Daily, this is level 3 rise. Trend is up. It's trending, it's not consolidating. Now let's just check what we have, if we can identify if it's going to start slowing down. Let's look closely at these. So we've definitely, well, this isn't arguably a no net, but the start of the month and the end of the month was here. But if you can argue, that was no net. So it is making sense. We've got a 1 month, 2 month, and a 3. No, 1 month, and again, a no net. Not clear. So I won't enter anything on that. Let's just check what we have on the weeks. So on the weeks, we have 2 weeks of rise. 2 weeks of rise, which means that we're probably going to get a third. And we've also had, let me just check, multiple, one day, 2 day, 3 days. Yeah, we've got multiple, we've got 3 days of rise. So that's not for me to, fair enough. From here, this break, we've got 1, 2, 3 days of rise. So there we are. Right, Euro AUD. Now this is another favorite. I love this pattern. First of all, I love it because it looks like this. That's how we are. We are bouncing off the ABCD structures. This is consolidation. This is the previous low. This is the ABCD. A, B equals C, D. We came down and we did it. We've completed that now. So that's a huge one. That's a huge one that I will look to resend. I don't think the standard group's got that. I will be sending that to the standard group. That's a proper pattern. Proper pattern. So yeah, that's coming. All the excitement, I can hear it. The dread, I can also hear. Let me just be super accurate just to see if there's any more to be expected. No, you can see the way this works to the T because I'm not making any of this up. It's just here. The market likes that. I can tell. That is going to go. That is going to go. So there we are. We've taken out these lows. Love the pattern. Let's get to the drawing board on it. Euro AUD, where are you? Definitely a staircase pattern. Definitely looking at this in the daily again. Where are we? We're in level 2. Right, level 2, V2. Trend is up. Of course, consolidation. It looks like the consolidation has been certainly chopping. Trap false real, but chop at the minute. Okay, what have you done in the 3 months? Let's check you. March, April, May, June. Right, let's count them. 1, 2, no net 3. This is completing. This is 3 months of drop now. So we're in the last sort of hurrah for it of dropping. Now let's just look at what we have on the what we have here. We do have 2 weeks of drop, so must take note of 2 weeks of drop. We may get another tap of the low, we may not. It depends. That's the only thing I have to be aware of, is that that may happen. We've had 3 days of drop previous. So we could expect a rise on this one. Definitely based on the ABCD, but there might be some more trickery just to play out before it wants to go. EuroCAD, again, this one, we took the ABCD, we only got that, and then it gave us this. But in hindsight, it gave us a 1, it gave us a 2, it gave us a 3. This is now also 2 weeks of drop. Week of drop, second week of drop, but the pattern looks more complete. Now, if I have a look where we are here, high, 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 low, high, 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 low. We're just coming into, we can count the 1, 2, 3 we just counted, but we are in the middle of the zone. So being in the middle of the zone, it's not the best location wise. Right. Yes. Daily V1 up so far. The consolidation zone is definitely chop. What have we had in the past 3 months? Let's just check. No net. Right. Rise, drop. So we've had 2 months of rise previous. Now that is potentially important, but we need to wait for this 2 weeks of drop to play out first. And we also need to just check how many days. We've also got 2 days of drop, I believe. 1, 2, yeah. So looks like it wants to finish a third day, third week, and then continue for that 3rd month of rise. Right, moving on. Euro CHF, I really like this. I'm waiting massively for this guy. I really, really do enjoy what I'm seeing here. Massive market maker cycle has been complete. We're in the peak formation again here because markets come all the way back into the peak. So we are chopping both ways. I thought we're making a sustained move away. I would say that this is the peak low. Let's fill it out. Euro CHF, I can see a staircase. Again, the pattern seen on the daily. We are in peak low. Trend is expected to be up from here. What sort of consolidation are we in? We're not. We're in a peak low. Have we done? What have we done prior? 1 month. Let me just make sure I'm getting this right. Okay, so previous 3 months, nothing to report. Let's have a look here. 1, 2, 3. We've had 3 weeks of drop prior. 3 weeks of drop prior. 1, and there's nothing else to add on that one. So I really like that. I like the fact that it's done 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3, and now we've done the W, but we haven't broken any structure yet of any note. But I will wait patiently. Euro GBP, quite like what it's doing around here, if I'm honest. Quite like what it's doing. I can actually see the pattern. Fair enough, the pattern has blown itself here, but this gap away, this might be an island reversal pattern. There's definitely a pattern here, 1, 2, and 3. Will it materialize? Potentially. It's not the best. And to be fair to you, I think that the market location is unknown, so I am going to ignore it. And I'm not even going to put it on the sheet. Euro JPY, level 3 rise. I'm not going to spend much time on this one. I will put it in the sheet if it is there. Euro JPY, yeah. It is trending. It is on the daily. It is level 3 rise. Trend is most certainly up. We are definitely trending here, and it's probably done. Let's check how many months. April, May. So let's see. No net 1, 2. So it's done 2 months prior. Now for the rise on the weeks. No, nothing. Moving on. Euro NZD, another favorite, complete favorite. We'll go over this one. But the daily, obviously very, very nice on the daily. Still suspicious that we're going to complete this ABCD and this ABCD. I would like to possibly wait for that. So we can identify we're in level 2 rise. We have got the harmonic pattern that we're looking for. Smaller time frame, we have seen consecutive. So 1 week, no net. I'd say that this is all no net, all through here. And then very choppy, but we do have this ABCD structure here. Not in love with it. This breaker structure, another breaker structure. We have had the pullback. I'm not in love. I want to wait a bit more on that, but I do adore how the pattern looks. Is one of the adorables. Daily level 2. This is V2. Again, up. We're in a big chop at the moment. And prior to this, what did we have in terms of the months? Let's see. So from May, June, we had 1 month of drop and no net. So far, it's nothing nothing is sequencing, and nothing on the weeks are either, although we do have 1 week, 2 weeks. So I must say we have completed one. No, this is a no net, folks. So there's nothing again on the weekly sequencing. So it makes it quite a weak pattern, even though very strong looking. Right, Euro USD. Did we cover this already? Did we cover it already? If it's filled in on the sheet, yes, we've covered it already. This is another bastard. So let's have a look. Why are you such a bastard? Well, from here, we're not. We're not a bastard at all from here. Let me get rid of all this old stuff. What's clear is that we're in the midst of a big consolidation zone. Delete all these pieces. So we're in a big consolidation zone. Level 2, as I like to say. We are in the middle, which makes things a bit 50-50, but we took trades based on this harmonic previously, and me being me, saw the 1, the 2, and expected the 3, and it dumped on us, even though we did get 30 pips. So, you know, no issues with that at all. Now, closer up, we saw this structure as well. We saw high highs and high lows, level 1, level 2, and it flipped on us. Here, this was US CPI. Had US CPI come in differently, this would have continued to complete the pattern. But now all those positions have to unwind, and this was the subsequent move. So what we can see is 1 week, 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks of drop in GBP AUD. That makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Daily, again, V2, trend is up. It is chopping in consolidation. Now let's check out the months. What have we got in terms of the months? So certainly April through till May, and then May through till June, there is no sequencing going on, but we do have 2 weeks of drop. That's for sure. We have 2 weeks of drop. We have completed 1, 2, 3 days of drop. So it's difficult to know when this wants to go. This is an overextended ABCD. The B point is held within the high, high, and high, low. The D point has broken it and extended, but that for me might be a bullish sign. Obviously, AB equals CD didn't happen here, so this D point must be a extension move. And again, a bit wishy-washy around the 127. Has it come off a fib? It did come and flirt with the 70, with the 78.6. Love the pattern, just not sure where it wants to go in the very short term. GBP CAD. Now, this was the one that screwed us. This was one we actually took a loss on last week. Very frustrating, and certainly on my behalf, very disappointing. You know, really, really upsets me having any losers and any poor performance. It's paramount that I'm right. I have to be feeling that mojo of correctness. So stupidly, I was trading along when there was an ABCD pattern formed here, massive overriding ABCD. But I did like the break, the high, high, the high, low. But then there's more contention to consider, because you do have the cycle here again. So there's a lot of moving parts, people, and it's hard sometimes to manage those moving parts when there isn't an abundance of high quality trades. Makes it very difficult to, you know, to be accurate. So we could be doing this sort of a thing potentially, but otherwise we are, location wise, we are broken out of the first zone. We are trending high highs and high lows. So this one is still a very nice pattern. I just fear that we could slip back into a larger trend lower. So GBP CAD, where is my thing? So staircase can be identified pattern. Noticing the pattern seen on the larger time frame. And we're V1. We're up. No, we're not V1. We're the start, I believe, we're at the start of level 2 rise. Up. This is trending, I believe, but it's whether we come back in. It's a retest at the minute. So previous months. So what do we got? 1 month, 2 months. It's given us 3 months. It's given us 3 months of rise. When something gives you 3 months of rise, it's in the minute it gave us this, I should have seen it, and it's danger zone. No more. Do not pass through here. Now it's given us 2 weeks of drop. So this is looking like a strong contender for continuations, people. 1, 2, and 2 days of drop. So pretty strong character. GBP CHF. When it's going to load. Here it comes. So this guy is, let's have a look on the large time frame where it sits. We're still in level 1 consolidation V1. We're waiting for high highs and high lows. We're not seeing that at the moment, are we? So I'm just going to quickly rattle through this guy. Yes, we can see the staircase. Yes, the pattern again is on the daily. Where are we at the minute? We're in V1. We are expecting higher prices. And we're sitting in chop. Are we in chop? Yes, we are. This is certainly a chop zone. Previous months, let's just quickly rattle those out. Previous months, here we go. So March, April, May, June. So we've actually got quite a large sequence of moves. So we have 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. No coincidence, consolidate. No sequence for me on that. Now, is there a sequence going here? 1, 2, 3 weeks have been complete. So that's saying something. 3 weeks of drop is complete, and it does give you the potential to consider a long. It really does. But it's not showing enough yet. But I like it. I like how it's looking short term, but when I look at it slightly longer term, we are trading off this area here. That is going to be support, no doubt about it. You just got to make sense of it. That is a consolidation zone, no doubt about it. But like this weird move up, it was a bit disjointed, and so may well this one be. Right, moving through them. GBP, JPY. This is just going to be like the other JPY pair, so I will start filling in my spreadsheet while it's taking ages to load. Daily, level 3 rise. Up. Trend. Okay, let's have a look at you. What have you done in the months? March, April, May, June. So we've completed, it's 2 months of rise prior, and we've completed the third now. So 2 months of rise. Now, oh, let's change that one. GBP, JPY, I was meant to be doing 2 months of rise. It's completed the third, but this month isn't complete yet. And it's also giving us nothing else. No, I can't see that it is. Let me just go to the half-an-hour chart. It's just chopping. Rise. It is rising, but also chopping about. Now, moving on. Not looking at that. GBP USD. This has been quite tricky, to be fair. So we're in level. I think we're in. It's a difficult one. Level 1, level 2. We could be in level 2, and if we say we're in level 2, there'll probably be higher probability trade setups. But I'm not sure on this one, guys. Now, my rationale and thoughts for it are, you can have this markup, no problem. You could say you're in level 2. But the fact that this has come back into here is not right. It means it's a massive level 1 ultimately, but let's just stick with it as I'm seeing it for now. So waiting for a retest down here. I'm just going to go on this spreadsheet. I think we're in level 1 rise, much like I think Euro USD is in, sorry, level 1 consolidation, much like Euro USD is. So I'm just going to put that as a V1. We expect that the trend higher ultimately over time. Definitely a chop. Now let's just see if we have any sequence going on. We have none. And in terms of the weeks, we have 2 weeks of drop. GU, where did I put you? GU, 2 weeks of drop. And we also have 2 days of drop. Interesting. Okay, moving on to the last few. NZD CAD. Now this one, I'm not going to even talk about it because it's pleasure and pain with this. Pleasure seeing it doing really well, pain that I'm not in it, and it caused us grief. Many things cause grief in life and trading, and you need to then just deal with that, manage it. So where are we? We're in level 1 rise, early in level 1 rise. We're in the middle of consolidation as well. So let's quickly just fill this one out. NZD CAD. Yeah, we can see the staircase on the way down. Again, notice I'm seeing these patterns in the daily. I'm trading with the trend in the daily. Level, what have we got here? Oh, God. What have I got here? Jesus Christ. This is a V1. Sorry, I had a brain freeze. Up. And we are seeing trend within consolidation, but it's ultimately a trap false real is a consolidation. Let's have a look at what we have on the months. So we have April to May, it's nothing. 1 month, nothing there either. Any sequencing on here, nothing either. So yeah, nothing further to add on that. NZD-CHF, this is one that I do want to get involved in. This is another big contender for me to send. Let's go over what I really like about this. So I really like, what I don't like is that we're in the peak formation low. That's what I don't like. Now, I can see the pattern here, 1, 2, and I can also see the peak formation low. So I really like that. I'm drawn to this. Now, normally flies are drawn to shit. Now, there's just something in me thinking that this is going to happen quite from here. So I can see 2 days of rise already. Let's start filling it out. Okay. Technically, we're trending, but technically we haven't left the peak formation low. I believe that black and white of day and night, this is come back into the peak low. So as much as I'm trying to fight my thoughts, it is still in the peak low, but it's trying to transition from that peak low. I think it's peak low showing trend. Now, let me just check what we have in terms of. So there's nothing conclusive there. So it's a 1 and a 2. There is 2 months of rise. Can't deny it. 2 months of rise going on there, guys. Now, we've also had 3 weeks of drop. This is another candidate I can't deny. You can't. It'd be stupid to do so. This one's ready to go. This guy is ready to go. We haven't done much retesting of lower levels. And this isn't the clearest of. I like it. I'll get ready to receive this as well, guys. And I'm going to put a label on it telling you it is a bit riskier, so use a smaller lot size, even though you should only be using 1% per trade. 2 days of rise, I like that. Okay, moving on. NZD-JPY, one of my favorites, but I'm not going to get too bogged down on it. It's just rallying like a beast. But I have to fill in the spreadsheet for completeness. Yes. Daily. Level 3 rise. Up. Trending. Now, this must have done some moves over the past. Let's have a look. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2. This is completing. So it did have 2 months of rise. No surprise that it's moving like it is. Let's just check the. So we've got now nothing in terms of that. And in terms of, we did have 2 days of rise as well. So it's a really strong one for continuing next week. Okie dokie. Enter DUSD. Now, this is one that really shaking off the parasites, you know, with these moves, me being a parasite. 1, 2, exactly at the minute, let structures clear. We're waiting for a break of this structure to get involved short, and it's not showing us yet, but it's a top looking pattern. Yeah, it's got the staircase, it's the daily. It's V is A2, trend is down. The trend is down. What is this type of consolidation? It's chop. It was a trap false real, but it's a chop at the minute. How many months? Let's have a look. February, March, April, May. Nothing on that. Let's just check the weeks. Nothing on the weeks, and the days. It's completed 3 days. So completed 3 days of drop. Moving on. Let's just get cracking on enter USD CAD, because it's my favorite thing ever, but it's been disappointing me in how reacting to my entries lately, but such is life. So clearly in level 2 consolidation, making high highs and high lows within the consolidation, expecting high prices, clearly. This is a Gartley, yes, understandable. That is a Gartley, got to respect it. But when we get back up here, this is off a higher low point, off the targeted DMA. 1, 2, I expect higher prices, and let's fill in the spreadsheet accordingly. USD CAD, yes. Daily. So this is V2 up. Where are we at the moment? We're in a chop. What type of consolidation? Yep, we're in chop consolidation, but we're trying to break up higher. Absolutely are. Now let's just check what we have on the months of rise. So previous 2 months haven't been too conclusive. No, nothing there. And the 2 weeks. 1. It's actually 2 weeks of drop, you know. So you've got to be wary with that. Is that really? It is 2 weeks of drop. Two weeks of drop. So it's completed 3 days as well. Yeah, it's one to watch. It's not ready yet. So there you have it, folks. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And yeah, we're just going to get back to doing what we do. We're just going to do what we do, and hopefully the trades come in abundance. You know, good quality trades come along. If you're interested in joining my personal YouTube channel at MelonsTrade, there's also a Telegram group with a bunch of guys in it as well, where we're discussing ideas and learning more about harmonics. So yeah, please feel free to join that. And if you have any questions, do reach out. And I wish you all the best. Thank you for watching. Cheers.